Hi.
Welcome to our home. We are halfway through the trip. Well, we're home, but we're halfway through the trip. We thought we'd give a recap on
Of the
first
first,
9 stops.
which happens to be halfway between the number of stops on our entire trip. So we thought it might help you in case you're considering going to any of these locations. And selfishly, it's also going to help us remember where we went.
Right.
And just so you know, there's these.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it's happening now. And there's this guy.
Yeah, he did everything with us. And our cats, if you can see them. Can you see your kitty cat?
Well,
Oh.
Bogey's back there.
The doll's over there. Peekaboo doll.
You can't really see
Yeah, well,
Peter
that's the
black and
dog.
white, and then this chair is here for a weird reason. Anyway,
We don't want to talk about that. Anyway,
All right.
Hi.
So
Okay.
let's talk about our stop number 1, which was at Big Bear Lake, California. So what we're going to do, the format is we're going to talk about what are the pros, what are the cons, would we go back there? If we did go back there, would we stay in the identical same site? And if we did go back, would we stay longer than we did?
Okay.
So,
So,
okay,
Big Bear. Let's start with the pros.
right.
He wouldn't know because he didn't shower there, but I did. They were free. They were hot. They were clean. I would definitely go there again because of the shower. They had free ice. I know that sounds dumb, but that's the only place we went out of 18 places that had free ice.
It's actually a good perk.
Yeah, it is a good perk. They were like a 55 plus community. We were like the youngest people there, so it was lovely.
Which, that's a good thing
Yeah,
for us.
super quiet.
'Cause
Super quiet.
There's
We're
not
old.
like kids running around
No
or
kids.
anything like that.
Not one kid. And it's very pretty. Every space was beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The lots, this was a very unique place because this place, like you saw in the video, each lot was independently owned by somebody. So they were kind of like timeshare lots, and each one was decorated differently, and some had huge redwood decks, some were way over the top. It just, beautiful lots on a beautiful lake.
And they had a lot of restrictions, like they wouldn't take old RVs, they wouldn't take anything less than 28 feet. And the sites were very level. Well, our site was very level.
Which we didn't realize was
Or
a
appreciate.
huge issue
No.
until further along the trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, level sites is a huge deal. Yeah.
Okay. Cons.
So the cons, due to the individual ownership of each lot, not all the amenities work on each lot, and they make a big deal about saying that on the website. So like you book a site and there's gas grills and there's
Space heaters and
yeah,
outdoor
lights
kitchens
and everything, and then you get there and some may work and some may not because the owners might check on the property twice a year.
And actually, in our site, nothing.
Nothing worked.
Not one thing.
Nothing worked.
Oh, the fridge worked.
So I mean, could you be upset about it? Yes and no. No, because the site warns you when you book the lot that the amenities might not work, but it is upsetting because it's such a beautiful lot. You kind of expect it to work.
Well, on the other
So-
con side was it's most expensive place by far, more than double, and
Yeah.
you expect things to work when you're paying that kind of money. So if we'd have stayed any more than 2 nights, I'd have been livid.
We're talking like $200 a night.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go right out and say it. Okay.
For
that's
that kind
what
of
it
money,
is.
you want to have a gas garage. Huh?
Yeah, and be able to use it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were built-in ovens and everything looks great. It's just
Nothing.
none of it worked.
No.
So
No.
that was in our lot.
Hmm.
Now we could have been in the lot right next door and everything would have worked.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't really know. So I would recommend, if you are going to book Big Bear again, talk to the people at the desk. Try to get it out of them
Hmm.
because they'll know, whether they want to admit it or not, what works and what doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like a toss up between this site or this site, really try to talk to them at the front desk and be like, what would you think would be the best for the amenities that work? And they'll tell you.
Another con was that you could not walk to restaurants or stores or anything. It was like you're there. That's it.
Right. You really need to tow a vehicle, and we didn't. If you did tow a vehicle, you could drive to the other side of the lake, and that's where the resorts are and, all that stuff. We didn't, so we were kind of secluded, which is good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have been nice to, if we were going to stay there for a few nights, to have
Options.
some options,
Mhm.
and we really didn't have any. And the last con is, it is tough to get there.
But he did it. First stop, first RV driving anytime, and he did it
Yeah,
without sweat.
But I mean, even in a car, I think it would be complicated. Here's why. You've seen signs on interstates or whatever, like 6% grade, 7% grade. What's the highest grade you've ever seen?
Marine.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. Try 11. The signs say 11% grade. That is 11 going up and 11 coming down, obviously. And it is switchback, switchback, switchback. I did think Bernie was going to make it.
She did.
She made it.
And all was well. It was worth it, and we do it again.
And it
The
was.
bottom line is, would we stay here again? Yes.
Yes.
Would we stay more than 2 nights? Yes.
Yes, but I think a little warmer.
Yeah, when it was warmer outside.
A little warmer so that you could actually enjoy the lake, because there were like boating activities you
Yeah.
could have done and all kinds of things. And it's a little chilly when we went.
Would we go back to the same site? Yes. Providing the amenities were working, because they weren't this time.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's number 1.
Yep.
Number 2
Step 2
is,
is flying flags.
and what that means is Buellton, California. The resort was called Flying Flags RV Resort, I
Home
think.
of the split pea soup or something. You saw that.
Sorry.
Anyway. Okay.
Skip it.
Okay. Pros.
Yeah, pros. Level. Sites were level again, which is great. Extremely clean, and I would say out of the entire stops of this trip, they were by far the most friendly people that worked
Mhm.
there. I mean, when we walked in, those people were like, how long are you here? We said 1 night, and they were like, oh, that's a shame because you're going to come back. I mean, they were already selling me on coming back. And then I said something like, when I checked out, I think I said, do you need us to check out or can we just go? And she goes, well, we would like for you to check out with us because we want to know how your stay was. And I said everything was fantastic. And she's like, you'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
With like a wink in her eye.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just one person. There were like a lot of people there that all had that same attitude and just made you feel really good. And half of the campsite is brand new. They just built it and all new grills and everything. So it's really nice. Very, very clean.
Another pro was that it had its own like restaurant and cafe with ice cream and barbecues on Fridays. And
Yeah.
it was nice. We didn't take advantage of that because we had the split pea soup.
Well, we did take advantage of the ice cream.
Ice cream, but that's
afterwards.
it. Mhm.
But,
But it had its own stuff.
well, and also we weren't there over the weekend.
No, they didn't have that going on.
Right.
No.
But anyway.
also, they have little cabins and like safari tent things that look completely adorable and fun and clean.
And clean and
Clean.
modern.
And the bathrooms
and
were, I didn't shower here, but I should have. But things were clean.
They just, right down the street were like wineries and things like that, little
Mhm.
mom and pops. And
Mhm.
I mean, if we had more time, I'd probably be knocking on the door to see if I could get a tasting or something.
Mhm.
But anyway,
The cons,
loud from the
you
101.
could see the 101. Too
Loud.
loud. It didn't keep us up, mind you, but to sit outside and enjoy like a fire or a loud.
Yeah, it is loud. You
Yeah.
just have to, I mean, it's loud. I
Tune
don't
it
know what to
out.
tell you.
Mhm.
It's convenient because it's by the 101, but inconvenient because it's loud.
Yeah. Mhm.
And there are families.
Yeah.
So, you know,
If you
we're
don't
not
like
we're not
kids-
anti-kid.
Oh, well, you know, it's September. You don't feel like you're gonna get kids. Okay.
There were kids like, I don't know. And they were all well behaved and everything, but a couple times they fell off the swing and they were screaming and crying, and I was kind of laughing. I was like, dumbass. But anyway,
And that's all the cons there are.
yeah,
Just two.
Just two.
Uh-huh.
It was really good.
So would you go back?
Yep.
Would you stay more than one night?
Yep.
Would you stay in the same site?
Yeah, but Patty liked a better one.
I liked a better one. And if you want to know, just message me. Because it had like a beautiful Ramada and a built-in grill. I just liked it. But
it was really
it was
good.
beautiful. It was clean. Okay.
Okay, stop
Next
3.
is
Morro
Morro
Bay,
Bay.
California.
Yeah. Okay.
Big rock in the water. Very pretty. Here's the thing. We looked at all the different RV parks around Morro Bay, and some of them were sardines again. Some of them were right next to weird, like, sewage facilities, things like that. So we thought, why don't we try a state park, right? Morro Bay State Park. It looked great. It was right by the bay. Not by the rock, but by the bay, and just fine. And we booked a site that was like closest to the water, whatever. But here are the cons.
Well, pros.
Oh, I mean the pros. Let's do pros.
Let's do pros. There's only 2, but let's do them. It was inexpensive. If you had a towed, meaning a vehicle that you were towing, you could get to a cute little town and have restaurants and shops and all kinds of cute stuff. Or if you just crossed the street, they did have one restaurant and like little bar thing by the bay, which we didn't use, remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So you could walk and have something other than home cooking.
you could.
That's it. Those are the pros. Cons.
And it's inexpensive.
I said inexpensive.
Oh, I mean to stay at the park.
That's what I said.
Cheers.
Cons. Let me start with just what I experienced,
Oh my god.
which was, okay, there's no sewer hookup. This girl likes to shower daily. This one not.
So do I.
Oh, please.
Stop acting like
Well,
I'm.
you skipped a couple because of the no sewer, but I like a shower daily.
That's because I ain't going in the public shower.
And if it's clean, I will. So I'm like, okay, how bad can it be? So he because of the weird commune, which is like another con, people that were there, he's like, I'm gonna wait outside. You go in, you shower. I'm like, okay. So I took my little tote. I get in there. I lock the door. I'm in there. Take off my clothes, and I go to turn on the water, and I'm like, no water. And I see a slot for money, and it doesn't say how much, and I'm like, Lenny, get in here.
No, it said insert coin.
Yeah,
Coin.
coin.
Insert coin.
I don't know what that means. I'm
Penny?
sitting there naked.
Dime?
I grab my towel.
Silver dollar?
He comes in. We don't know. We don't have any money. So I'm like, okay, we're done here. So pay showers. That was the only place we saw
But
pay showers.
right, it was the only place. I mean, pay showers aren't like too you know, whatever.
Patient.
But at least you know how much they cost, and you know it in advance. And anyway.
The other thing is dirt lots, which I get it. It's a state park. It's a campsite, but it was dusty.
I mean, like fine dirt.
Dirt.
Like.
I don't like it.
Not potting soil dirt or sand.
No.
We're talking like fine powdered sugar dirt.
No.
On everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you don't even want to put your foot in the dirt because it will bring dirt into your RV. So.
But on the upside, we forgot to mention, they did have like picnic tables and little fire things. You could.
Yeah, but you had to walk through that dirt to get to the picnic table.
So needless to say, we did not.
Okay, wait. Can I just say about the communes? Okay. I know it's not 1969 or whatever anymore, but what we mean by communes is, it's just that 80% of that state park is tent. When you have a sea of tents, and a lot of people in each tent, if you know what I'm saying, lots of, yeah. It just was, I mean, clothes hanging out and just feeling. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Next.
Well, wait, will we go back there?
No.
No.
Oh, no. Not on your life.
No. We wouldn't go back to that site because we're not going back.
No.
And
we stay more than one night? No, we're not going back.
No. I mean, go. My suggestion is, yes, it's beautiful with the rock and the state. I mean, if you actually go to the other part of the state park where the rock is, there's a nice beach there and stuff. You could do that. And I think there is a cute little town there and whatever.
If you stayed in a hotel or something, fine.
But my recommendation, go further up the coast, maybe very northern California, Oregon. Beautiful, much more beautiful rocks in the water, and it's just a whole different vibe.
Okay,
so.
Peace out, Morro Bay.
Okay, number 4.
Santa Cruz Redwoods.
Right. That was called the Santa Cruz Redwoods RV Resort. I don't think it was actually in the city of Santa Cruz. I think it was in Garberville. Yes?
I don't know. Anyway.
Hold on. I was wrong. It's Felton. Felton, California is where the Santa Cruz Redwoods RV Resort is located. Okay.
Yes. So
we were there one night.
Yes. It was very pretty, very quiet.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know about the people in the office, but everyone there was nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It was good. It's in the woods, so I mean, it was a completely different experience than we had up until that point, because everywhere we were on the water. And this did have a river, like a little creek, but it wasn't like ocean or lake.
No.
So it was pleasantly nice.
It was. And there was access, but it was either too steep, poison ivy, through someone's thing, so we didn't go to the river.
Go down to the creek.
No, we didn't go down the creek, but we could have. We could have.
But another pro is it's near a state park, which has lots of paths, and you can actually walk those paths, and they go all the way to like where you could get a train. You could take a train.
Yes. And we saw like people riding horses and walking dogs and running and riding bikes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So the pros are those things. The cons, it's not level. What's wrong?
I'm so tiny.
So little. It's not level. We were at a slope, which is probably the first time we really noticed.
Yeah, and then we were like, what is this?
Yeah.
My sewage is going the wrong direction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was running uphill. You know what I'm saying?
Uphill. You gotta go down here. No, it was okay. We made it work.
It's okay. Another con is,
it's very full. it is usually full. It's hard to book a site there. So, and actually, we had 2 nights booked at Morro Bay.
Yeah.
We decided to knock a night off of that,
Thank God.
and we went inland and went to this place.
Yeah.
Should have been the other way around. We
Yeah.
should have stayed here 2 nights. It is really nice.
Yeah.
Very, very quiet and wonderful.
Very pretty.
So,
Okay.
would we go back?
Yes.
Yep.
I would.
And if we went to that place, would we stay in the same site?
Yes. However, there was one I liked a little bit better because it had a little bigger backyard, if you will, for my puppy, and it just was laid out a little bit nicer. But this site, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you stay more than one night?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Okay,
Definitely.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Stop 4.
No, stop 5.
5.
San Francisco.
Francisco.
So, where do you stay in an RV in San Francisco? You don't. So your choices are, south are like Half Moon Bay, which we had a couple options there. One actually was a really good place. I think it was called Pelican Bay Resort or something, Pelican Point or something. But I believe that is the one that did not take reservations.
Yes.
And we were like, no.
No.
We can't drive up the coast and take a chance.
Well, and there were some
So-
south of this one that was like beautiful on the ocean, but no hookups. I'm like, we
That
don't.
too.
Gorski's don't dry camp,
No.
so that's a no.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't dry nothing.
Oh my
You know what
god.
I'm saying?
So
We went to Pacifica, which is actually closer to San Francisco, closer to Daly City, which happens to be where my aunt lives.
Mhm.
So it actually worked out.
Mhm. So the pro was super close to Aunt Pat, which is Sister Arthur. It's perfect. Also,
I just spilled.
do you need a bib?
Too late.
Also, not noisy. It was really quiet except for the ocean, which is just how you
Right.
want it.
It's just how you want
It's
it.
perfect. It was,
I-
yeah.
Amazingly enough, we just
slept.
heard surf.
Yeah, that's all we heard. Mhm.
Yeah, and also, even if you don't know anybody there, actually you just walk across the street and you can catch transit. You get on a bus which takes you to the BART, and you can take BART right into San Francisco. So I mean, really, we could have gotten into the inner city in like 30 minutes
Yeah.
if we really wanted to.
Convenient. It was convenient because you
convenient.
could walk to coffee and
Mhm.
bagels and shopping, which we did all. So that was convenient.
The views were spectacular of the ocean,
Yeah.
180-degree view.
Yeah, that was nice. Cons.
Wait,
What?
did you say about the walking to coffee and the groceries?
did.
The bike ride?
Bike ride. We didn't bike ride there.
You could.
Well, you could do a lot of things.
Okay. All right. Let's go to
You could
cons.
rollerblade too. We didn't.
All right. Cons.
Cons. Parking lot. Oh my God. If you just take yourself to the local Safeway and park and look next door, that was it. It was except for on an RV scale. It was row after row after row.
There was no room.
No.
No room in
No.
between for
An
a
awning,
chair, picnic
a
table,
barbecue,
anything.
nothing, a rug.
Nothing.
Mm.
However, 180-degree view of the ocean.
Yes.
So,
I know.
and it's not beach ocean. Remember, this is on a cliff.
Yeah.
If you could get down to the ocean, but you got to walk like a half mile down and like traverse a bunch of stuff. It's not beach ocean.
No.
But it is a beautiful
It is.
view.
And
I
we
just
saw
wanna-
whales for the first time
Lots
ever.
of whales,
Tons
yeah.
of whales. So
Mhm.
that was exciting. Okay. Would you go back?
And it's not level.
No.
It's parking lot,
Yeah.
not level.
No.
I mean, it's earthquake territory.
Oh, God.
So it's like, yeah, but whatever.
Would you go back?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Would you stay more than the 2 nights that we did stay?
Probably not. I
Because we're
think
not going back.
if we were going to go back to San Francisco, we would do like we've done before and just stay in the city.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
submerged in the city, enjoy the city.
Bypass it with your RV altogether.
Yeah.
don't do it. Okay.
Or maybe if you really want to stay in like Half Moon Bay or something, you know, rent like a vacation house or something, but don't bother with the RV
No.
over there.
If you did have to take an RV, would you stay in that same site?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I would too.
Because we paid extra for the deluxe sites, which were right on the, you know, there was nobody in front of us.
No,
It
you
was just
lifted up
ocean.
that back window and it's ocean.
So if you are going to go in an RV, you know, fork out the extra 10, 20 bucks a night or whatever it is and get the premium site. That's the best you're going to do.
Yeah.
So, okay, stop number 6.
6 is the Russian River,
That-
Oregon. Oh God, no, I don't know.
We're way in California still.
Oh, I never get out of that state.
Okay, we call it Russian River because that was the name of the resort. The name of the city was called Garberville.
Okay,
And we stayed 2 nights
That's
here
right.
because we had a wine tour
that's right.
that took us to like the Dry Creek Valley area of resorts. Actually,
It was Wine Cube Tours.
Wine Cube
Was
Tours.
his name Raymond?
His name was Raymond.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks, Raymond. We got 2 cases of wine. Thank you. I don't know what he's looking up. So we'll just talk a little bit about the pro. Or he's gonna cut that
Okay,
shit.
stop
Okay.
6.
Okay. Stop 6.
Russian River. That was in Cloverdale, California.
Yes.
We stayed 2 nights
Yes.
because we did a wine tour.
With Wine Cube Tours. Thank you, Raymond.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
It was.
He came and picked us up from the campsite.
Oh, well, we had a lovely wine tour. We bought a couple cases of wine.
You saw the video. It was great.
Wonderful. So let's talk about the Russian River RV Park.
Pros.
Okay. Showers were clean. This girl showered twice. They were clean. They were fine. They were nice.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I would. They're fine.
Wouldn't.
And free. Free. Okay.
Right. It is in the woods, kind of like, you know, Santa Cruz. It's very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. In fact, so quiet, there were things rustling in the woods, which made it a little scary to walk the dog at night.
By myself. It was too scary. You think he came out? No.
I didn't know there were.
I'm like,
It wasn't until she came inside and she was like,
I'm
"There's something out
scared."
there." Yeah. So how was I supposed to know?
whatever. You think my dog pooped? No, he was too scared. Anyway, very, very quiet.
Another pro is tour companies like Wine Cube Tours. They will pick you up from there
Yeah.
because it is so near the Dry Creek Valley area with all the vineyards and stuff that, you know, they'll pick you up. And
Another
pro
is that you could pick your own site.
Mhm.
But that's a pro and a con.
Pro and a con.
Because a lot of the sites that I feel we would have picked were taken
Right.
because we couldn't book them.
And if I'd have known that
Yeah.
in advance, yeah.
I don't know what we would have done, but
I don't know either,
but
but
we'd have known.
But you just kind of like drive around, you're like, I don't know, what about that one? Oh, what about that one?
Yeah.
I don't know, what about that? And I just didn't like that. I just wanted a reservation and go to my spot and, you know, anyway.
Some cons were
Not level.
Again, we were sloped completely out.
It's the woods.
Which sounds dumb, but if you open the bathroom door and it slams against the wall, it's not fun.
Right, you go to pump
not
your
funny.
black tank and it's like...
It's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. And also, like, usually in these sites, in these campgrounds, they'll have somebody in, like, little golf carts or whatever patrolling around, but, you know, we didn't see
Yes, we did.
anybody until the day we checked out.
Yeah, the day we checked out. Yeah, we did.
But,
Yeah.
like, the whole time we were there,
No. No.
like, anything goes on.
Yeah. Which, speaking of what goes on, there's a lot of people that live there.
Mm-hmm.
They got their whole terrarium set up and their couch out on the yard and
Literally, a
long
couch.
term
Like a full-on couch.
people, which were nice enough. We had no trouble. They were nice. They said hi. Sorry, doll.
Thanks, Peter.
But anyway, long term people.
scary to walk the dog at night. It's a con.
So would you go back? Bottom line.
And blue-green algae in the water.
Oh yeah, the water was deadly. Dogs died. Well, one dog. but-
However, that is not the fault of this
No,
campsite.
it's not.
That is just the fault of Northern California didn't have much rain,
Fine.
and so a lot of the river areas are low.
But one of the things that Russian River RV Park touted was that you can rent inner tubes, you can rent this, you can do water sports. You can't get in the water or you'll die.
Yeah. Good point. I mean, it's just, I felt it was almost a little like false advertising. Like if there was a problem going on with the river, they should have thrown up like a banner or something on their site to say, by the way, just so you know, when you come here, you know, there is this issue with the river right now.
Yeah,
it
they
won't
should
be
have told us.
forever, but it's going on right now, and we didn't know that. So,
No.
would we go back?
No.
Probably not.
And if you did, would you stay in the same spot?
No, probably not.
No. Because whatever.
Would we stay more than 2 nights?
No.
Probably not.
I'm not going back.
2 nights is plenty.
One night's enough. One night's too much. Just kidding. Okay, let's move on.
Number 7,
Benbow KOA.
KOA, and
Yeah.
it was actually not in the city of Benbow.
It's like
it
across
was
the street or something.
in the city of Garberville.
Yeah.
Okay. And a pro of the Benbow, you know, a lot of people say, stay at the KOA. You can't be wrong. They know how to do it right. Well, honestly, some KOAs are great and some KOAs are not so great. This one was pretty good.
They have amenities that we definitely use.
They really did. And pool, spa.
Dog walking spot with, stuff.
But not just the amenities, they were clean and they were
Functional.
maintained
Yeah.
and functional.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were, up to date, whatever.
Also, when you walk the dog, they have like these bushes with blackberries that were delicious. If we'd have been there more than one night, I could have made you some kind of breakfast with the blackberries.
And a pie.
I'm very pie. Like shove them in your mouth, your pie hole. Anyway,
God. Okay.
probably the best thing there was the Benbow Inn, which we could walk to, and we did.
You could, and we didn't even know what that meant. And then it was like this little gem off the path. Now, in retrospect, like if we ever went back, I would actually like to stay at that inn.
Yeah.
It actually was pretty cool. It
And
was
creepy,
historic.
but yeah. Well, the clown thing.
Well, there are clowns and but I mean, like the rooms themselves, they seem really nice. The grounds,
We never saw
really
a room,
pretty.
but we're assuming.
God.
We never saw the
You
rooms.
can peek in the window. Okay.
They have tea time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was nice.
All right, cons. Blue-green algae.
Deadly.
Again.
Blue-green algae.
Again,
Can't-
not their fault.
Can't get in the water.
That is the weather.
You'll die.
It is loud.
Yeah.
Both convenient and inconvenient. It's convenient because it's by the 101, but it is loud on the 101.
Yes.
Okay, just to let you know.
Yes. I had the bathroom code, but I never looked, so I can't comment on bathrooms here.
And another con is we upgraded to a deluxe end site, so that we didn't have like a neighbor on one side. It wasn't necessary. We didn't even need to do that.
No.
Next time, if we ever went back, we would not. There's no need to get an end
No.
site at all.
But speaking of which, would you go back?
I would go back. Would we stay in the same exact site? No,
I have another. I like the backs to that deadly river, but it's pretty.
Right. And I think, would we stay more than one night? We would stay more than one night, but only if that river was full.
And safe.
And the blue-green algae was gone.
Yeah.
I think that would be an awesome spot, because it is easy to get down to the river. You could get in it, and it would be great.
And if you
So-
like golf, they had golf.
They had
too.
golf.
That
yeah.
was nice. And a
That's
pool
true.
and stuff, so that was
And
nice.
you could walk right to the Benbow Inn, have
Yep.
dinner, and yeah.
Yep, that was nice.
So.
Okay. Next.
Number 8. Sounds of the Sea.
In Trinidad, California.
Trinidad, California was our northernmost stop in California, and we didn't even know it existed.
Nope.
I literally was looking for a halfway point between Garberville and the Oregon stop that we were going to be in, Gold Beach, Oregon, and I was like, where is halfway in between? And it landed on Trinidad. And I was like, what is this? But I saw they were right on the ocean, and there was a bay also, and anyway.
It was nice.
Wonderful.
Sounds of the Sea translates to Sea Lions 24/7, which we loved.
Yeah. You know, you tell that to some people, and they're like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well,
It's a good
I
thing.
think it's a great thing. Because
Lulled me to sleep.
it wasn't loud enough to where you're like, God, shut up. But it was, you couldn't hear the surf, but you could kind of hear them in the distance.
Mhm.
It was really kind of cool. So let's talk about pros.
Okay. It's like a little mom and pop place. We met Bob that owns it. He was cleaning his fish right there, all
That he caught right
like
off.
15 fish and big catfish, whatever. But Bob was there. They were very, very nice. They upgraded our spot because someone else had taken our hookups inadvertently.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a better spot. With
But they made it right.
They did. Better spot with
Better
like a
spot.
deck and a peekaboo of the ocean, and it was lovely.
Wonderful.
Quiet.
Very quiet, very beautiful. You can hear the sea lions. Just nice people. I felt good there. Like I
Yeah.
got a good vibe
Me
there.
too.
I didn't feel like, you know, some mom and pops are just like crusty and run down. But I mean, these people were like active, and I don't know. They just they made you feel welcome without getting in your face.
Mhm.
You know, so
And this place had several levels. We were in like the bottom level, and then the next level, and the next level, and
like literally
Tiers.
physical, like geographical,
Yeah.
physical levels.
and they had like secret gardens and like mazes with gardens, and it was very, very nice. I
Yeah.
thought. Mhm.
It is also close to a state park, actually a couple state parks. One is Patrick's Point, which was in our video. And then there was another one too, but I can't remember. But there's many paths that go, they just meander on through. You can walk to them. There's also a lot of bed and breakfasts right there on the coastline. So I mean, really, if you didn't want to stay in the RV, you could stay in one of those, and they all look pretty upscale, pretty nice.
Very nice.
Let's talk about cons.
Okay. Not level.
Again, it's kind of woodsy, kind of natural, not a level site. So
No. But one of the pros, I'm going to go back a minute, because
Mhm.
not every place we stayed in, we haven't really touched on this, allowed a campfire. This place did.
this place did.
And not all did, and we should have talked about that, but
Yeah, we didn't do about
but
that.
this place did, and we didn't do one here, mind you, because it was a one-night thing, but
It's just the more north you go, obviously fire restrictions and stuff,
lift a little.
they lift a little.
Yeah.
And this is really far north. It's so misty and everything that
Mhm.
they allow it.
Anyway,
So-
that was a pro. Let's go back to the cons.
The ocean view, you know, it's a peekaboo view.
Mm.
You're not going to get, you think sounds of the sea, you're thinking, I'm on the ocean. You're not, you're across the street from the ocean, across the street from houses that are on a cliff that can see the ocean. But you can see the ocean from the distance, but it's okay. I mean, you hear enough of the sounds of the sea that you know right where you are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
There's a note we made. The bathrooms were weird. And now I don't remember the bathrooms.
Don't look at me. I wouldn't
I
have
checked out of the bathroom.
had anything to do with it.
They were weird to me. Would mean curtains instead of stalls. So I can't verify that, but that's what I have in my mind. So never mind. I didn't shower here. That's all I can say.
Why am I the only one drinking?
I don't know.
Will we go back?
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
Sure.
Yep.
And that same site?
Yep. 100%.
Sure
That's
would.
the best spot in the whole thing, I thought.
And would we stay more than one day?
100%.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
I would go back to that state park every single day and take a different path
Yeah.
and
Ride our bikes and find restaurants, but which you never did, but
yeah, I mean, well, you probably saw in the video, you can go in the actual Trinidad town. They have beautiful homes on the hills and stuff like that. And there's restaurants there, but we didn't. We went to one, but that was it. But
anyway.
yeah, so
something, I'm gonna go out of the box because Len forgot to put some pictures in for a stop, and I don't remember where it was exactly, but it's for the Madonna Inn.
San Luis Obispo.
This has been on my bucket list for almost 3 decades, and we did stop, and we have some great pictures, and had a great meal, and some crazy rooms, and it was a great stop. That was a great day for me, but he forgot to mention it.
I forgot to put it in a video, actually. It's my bad. But I will tell you this. That place is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's big.
Yeah. Huge!
And it's Madonna Inn because the people that owned it, their last name was Madonna. And they built it in like the 40s or 50s or something. I think they owned all that land, and they've just developed over the years.
Every room is different and like themed, and
Some are gross. But
I
some
can't
are
believe we forgot to put pictures because there's weird pictures that we took there. It's
green rock room and a
weird
red,
angels and cages and
it's just weird stuff. But
But-
some of the rooms are beautiful, and people get married there all the time. And
I wanted to have my wedding night there because I love Madonna.
I know,
no
I know,
secret.
I know.
Too far, but anyway, I had to interject because that was a highlight for me too. I really liked going here.
Yeah, we would definitely go back, and I would actually like to stay
I would
there.
like to stay there too and
So-
have their beautiful pink champagne cake with sparkles on it again.
They had really good food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Anyway.
all right, last stop
Oh, I thought we were done. Sorry.
on our halfway point of our vacation.
Sorry.
We've now gotten out of California, and our first stop is in Oregon, and it is Gold Beach, Oregon. And we stayed 2 nights there because we had a tour, which was a boat tour called Jerry's Rogue Jets. And now I know it's called Jerry's Rogue Jets because the jet boats go down the Rogue River. Now I know the name of the river is the Rogue River. And they have a dog named Rogue.
Which you should check out in the video because
It's in the video. It's
darling.
hysterical. So let's talk about the pros.
Okay.
There.
Well, let's just start with Jerry's Rogue Jets. They'll pick you up
They
from
will.
this particular RV resort.
And we didn't know that.
We didn't know we brought the bike specifically for this.
We're gonna ride the bike
Good
like
thing we
6
didn't.
miles.
It was
yeah.
like an uphill, crazy, weird
Oh,
thing.
God.
They picked us up. Thank you, Jerry's Rogue Jets. That was one thing.
Yeah.
Another pro is they have spa sites. We didn't get one, but they have spa sites.
I tried.
Yeah,
I
they were
tried to
booked.
book them. There's a few. That's it.
There's like 6 or something, if that.
Oh no, I thought there were like 3.
Mm.
But one is like some
Backs
are
to the
not on
river.
the river, and there's one
Yeah.
backs to the
So
river.
we stayed next door
and
to
these
that.
little
And we're like, oh.
people. I don't even want to say, but the site was not available because they reserved it. Good for them. Even though we booked ours like 3 months prior, but whatever. And so we had to sit right next door to them and look at them, and they were like all of like
Okay.
40.
They never used the spa. Bottom line, they never used the spa.
Yeah.
Whatever. Another pro is there were tons of places to walk the dog here. All over the place. I could get him to like the beach, I could get him to the river. They had tons of grass spots, so that was really nice.
Oregon in general is pretty dog friendly.
Yeah, they love dogs there.
So you just take your dog. So
Yeah.
pretty cool. Cabins. They did have cabins at this place too, and the cabins looked really cute and clean and.
There was one for sale for $65,000. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it back to the river. My guess is no. We don't know anything about it, but that's all I know.
This place just had, it was on a river, not the Rogue River, but a different river. I don't know which river this is called, but there were river views, and then in the distance, ocean views, because the river went right out in the ocean, right there. So it was like both. And even if you didn't really have an ocean view, it's just walking distance. Right under the 101, there's a walkway that goes under the 101 freeway right to the ocean. So really neat.
Let's talk about some cons.
Cons.
They have a scary sign. It said RV park. It was scary.
That's what it is.
And I took a picture of it, and he cut it because he said it looked too weird, but it was scary. And a con.
Okay, well, when you approach that, okay, what it is the sign RV park was on their bathhouse.
And also,
Okay, which is where the showers were and the laundry.
yeah,
And it smelled
like sewer.
like sewage.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there was also a scary sign, like you could see from the 101 that said RV park. That was scary too. Whatever.
God help them. They're just trying to get
I
people
know.
to. Okay, and then river had thorns. Okay, yeah. So like, even if you're on the river,
That said all
there's
bushes.
a whole bushes like that border it, which for very good reason. But it's not like you can go down to the river. There's like these bushes that border it, and the bushes all have thorns in
Stickers.
them, which Donovan then stepped in. So you have to be careful. So, would we go back there?
Well, the people were super nice. This is where we locked ourselves out, and they're like, "Oh, take your time checking out. Don't worry. Use our phone."
Right. And I am sorry about that. It was both of our faults. Patty did the actual physical locking of us out, but I had the keys in my jacket pocket, like way up on top in the RV.
I didn't even look.
There's no way she would even have found them.
I didn't even look.
So, we're both, it was a bad day, but
Okay.
anyway.
Would you go back?
Yes. Yes, I would go back.
Would you stay more than 2 nights?
I would want to make sure that we went to the beach, or we had like Jerry's Rogue Jets, another tour lined up. You need other things to do,
Yeah.
I think,
Not much there.
because you
but-
can't really easily get to the water.
No.
Like stick your feet in the water.
But you could have walked to a restaurant actually across the
You
street,
could
so
have.
we could have, but we didn't.
Right.
Anyway, would you
And-
stay in the same space?
No, because I want that damn spa site
Okay.
next door.
If that wasn't available, would you stay in the same space? Yes. If the jacuzzi
Yes.
site wasn't available, yeah.
Look, I have a problem with people in the jacuzzi site were like 7 years old, and they were a cute little couple, and they were retired, and they were going to put their feet in the jacuzzi. That's great. But, when you're 40 and you have like a 20-year-old wife and 5 kids that are screaming and running around
They had one
in a
kid
big-ass
and 2
RV towing something else, the whole thing is like 80 feet long, and then they don't even use the jacuzzi? I was like, come on. All right, I'm done.
And that is the first half of our trip, broken down, critiqued, and cataloged for your viewing pleasure.
So we'll do the last 9 after you've seen the last 9.
Okay, after we finish going there.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh my God.
How long is it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And lead around and speed around this old town too long. Summer's on.